Okay, so first of all, if you're gonna open Blender, there are gonna be three things that will be on the 3D window. There's the camera, there's the light or the lamp, and there is the cube. Okay, so in this part we are gonna talk about the general hotkeys. For example, of a hotkey, when you click this cube and you click G, you don't really want to move this object. So what will happen is you'll press S. S stops an ongoing operation. Of course, you could also click the right mouse button so that you could stop the operation that you were gonna do. The next thing I'm gonna show is the tab button. The tab button just toggles edit or object mode. So if I'm gonna click the tab, I go into edit mode. The edit mode just shows the vertices as black dots, and that you could select these vertices, or even select the edges, or even select the whole face of the object. Okay, so if I'm gonna click tab, then we go back to object mode. So the next thing I'm gonna show is the Z key, which toggle solid or wireframe display. Of course, this also toggles rendered and material preview. So if we're gonna click the Z button, you're gonna see that we are currently on solid. And there is the rendered, there's the wireframe display, and there is the material preview. So the next thing is Control Z or the undo button. For example, you move this cube right over here, and you don't really want the cube to be in that spot, and you want it to go back. Of course, you want it to be specifically in the specific location that it was before, so you click Control Z. And there, the cube was in the specific location that it was before. So when you want the cube to go back there, of course, specific location too, what would happen is you'd click Shift Control Z. And there, that was the redo button. Control N is to open a new default file. So if you're gonna click Control N, there's gonna be General, 2D animation, sculpting, VFX, and video editing. Of course, we are on General. That was why when we opened or just clicked Control N, then we were on General. The next hotkey that I'm gonna show is Control O. Control O just opens a file, a Blender file to be specific. Let's start with that. And then Control S. This is such a common hotkey. Control S just saves the file. And then Shift Control S. What would happen is you would save as the file. So the next thing I'm gonna show is the F12 button. Of course, the F12 button is above the numbers on your laptop. Of course, some laptops doesn't have the F buttons, like F1 to F12. But this specific computer or laptop that I'm using has the F12 button. The F12 button just renders the camera view. It's gonna be very long, it's because there's no GPU. But if you do have GPU, then it wouldn't be that long. Of course, there is no result when you render the camera view. It's because we haven't really rendered yet. We're only discussing about the general hotkeys. So let's just close that. Okay, so those hotkeys are also can be found in previous versions, but there are new hotkeys. So you can check it out if you want. Redo button. No, I have it. I'm sorry. Sabi ko na yan sa second time! 1, 2, 3. Huwag ka magsalita! I remember the time. When I wake up in the morning and it's